Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow. Welcome to another Touhou Lost Branch of Legend playthrough. This time we're on Marisa A. We're doing this live on Twitch for the final stream I'm expecting off of my old computer, because at the time of recording, the new one, you'll probably, by the time this goes up on YouTube, the new one will be here, but it is set for delivery the next day, so that'll be exciting, but it also will take quite a while to set up, so yeah, that's why we're doing stuff like this now. But that is not the point. We are on to my favorite style for all of the stuff here. Marisa A, or Potion Marisa, as we'll call it here. Arguably the most complex in terms of the character stuff. I reckon Cherno might also kind of get up there a little bit with the teammate stuff, but it's fine. We'll discuss it as we go. The main thing that we have here is the unstable potion, which I think we can probably show if we zoom in on this. So whenever you draw an unstable potion, or strictly speaking it enters the hand, but usually you're going to have to draw them. Whenever you draw the potion, you gain a rainbow mana, you do 15 damage to a random enemy, and then you exile the potion. It is accurate, so it gets through grace, and it also doesn't take up the draw. You do draw a card beyond it too. That's what the replenish is for. So yeah, super good. Technically it has an upgrade, but I'm really not sure exactly how you get this upgraded in most situations, because there's not really any way you can faithful meditation it. I guess if you have a ton of them in the discard pile, there is a card that can upgrade all the cards that you've got, so maybe that's how. But yeah, this deck also has 11 starting cards because it has the astrology card too, which uses the scry mechanic. That's going to be one of the main things we'll get into here. The other thing that Marisa can do is charge, which you can enter like a double damage burst state if you get up to enough points on it. Usually you're not doing that with the potion side, but you certainly can if you get the right cards. Potion Marisa does tend to be very different depending on what cards you get access to, so we will just have to see how it goes. But for now, let's just get going. See what we can do. So, what are we going to get this time? Like I said, these are random at the beginning here, so we could lose all of our money to get a random exhibit. Unfortunately, not a super good one for Marisa, because she starts with like the second highest money count out of everyone, so losing 80 money for this, really not amazing. Losing your starting exhibit is very bad for the Marisa here, because one thing I didn't go into is what this does. It basically gives you a one-time gain 2 mana, 2 black mana specifically, which is what all the potion stuff uses, so that makes a lot of sense. And choose a card to remove, like I suppose that's fine. Also, Marisa's idle animation is hilarious, you're probably going to see that a reasonable bit. Choose a card to remove, I guess, is okay here. I'm not super keen on removing a defense this early, but think there's no need to think too much. After all, the instant will always be solved, right? Yeah, she also has 5 less health than Reimu, but she does start with a lot more money as noted there. We'll start with the extra health as per usual, and well, we've got to take an event if we want the upgrade path, and we really do want upgrades as much as possible with this this class. So yeah. On to the crows, I suppose. This is where the problem of losing a defense this early kind of comes in, but I guess we'll see how it goes. So we'll make our potion. That's in the deck now. We did draw the defense, that's good. So we don't have to use the astrology this turn. Like I said, this card does give you a scry effect. It then draws the card and exiles. So you get 1 use out of this, but it doesn't cost mana, which is kind of nice. And yeah, we'll just take no damage this turn. So we'll see what we can do here. Ideally, we would take this guy out. Yep, there we go. 15 random damage but you don't get to target it, but you do get an extra mana off of it. So that is pretty useful. So we can take him out. That means he doesn't get to graze anything here, which is good. Get our defense so we don't take damage here. We don't have another attack card, so I guess we'll probably just take the turn to exile this here. It's not really that relevant to, you know, get rid of, but it still makes it feel better, so yeah. Craft a potion, Draw a card, don't get the potions, that's the last one here. So I guess this is maybe not the best use of Scry, but we are going to win if we do it. So you look at the top 3 cards, we only have 1 card left in the deck here. You could choose to discard it, but whichever card is on the left hand side is the one that you are going to draw. If you discard all 3 of them, you just draw the next card out of the deck. So we can get the potion, and that is the main sort of loop that you want to get into with this play style, is to go, oh, that is a really good start. Yeah, so you want to draw and get as many potions available as possible, and this is a fantastic one to upgrade into here. So yeah, there's a lot of rare cards that Marisa can get which will generate like abilities that can generate potions and do bonus effects with them. So yeah, we're taking the refined potion immediately here. That is absolutely where we want to be with this. Okay, Sunflower Fairy. Well, we could just use this immediately. We get 2 potions in the discard pile, so the quicker we can get through the deck, the better. And we gain extra damage on those potions as well for the rest of the fight. So we could do that. Gonna take like 6 here if we do that, which is probably fine. This is a good opportunity to use the occult, so we'll gain defense and then... Oh no, we can only take 1 because... Yeah, right. So we put those into the... they go in the draw pile. Wait, that said discard pile, didn't it? Am I guess I'll have to look at the... Where's the library? That said discard pile, right? It did. This lied. Yeah, so like I said, early access, sometimes things aren't going to quite do what they say they do. So, yeah, they're in the draw pile. So, here we go. Boop. I love this playstyle so much. We get lethal, I think, here. Yeah, we're easily lethal if we just get the potion. So we'll discard the broom defense because we don't need that. Get the extra pot out of the deck, and now we just take her out with lasers. You know, normal Marisa stuff, right? So what else do we get here? So there's another thing that Marisa can do is she works a little bit on whichever card type you've played last as well. So if we took Dark Satellite here, we could draw 2 if the last card we played is black. There is also Instinct. This I think is going to be more of a Koishi thing, but there's a couple, like the Satori cards in particular, have got Instinct as a thing, where if they're played, it's like Outcast in Hearthstone actually, if they're played as the outer card in your hand, then they gain a bonus effect as well. Doing 10 to every enemy for 2 mana is not terrible, to be honest. I do quite like this card. But I did remove a defense at the very beginning, so I am, as expensive as it is, I am going to take the satellite here, because we did remove a basic block for our opening event, so yeah. Back with this one, so we got this in the previous run as well. I did take the amulet last time. We could take the lighter just to show the difference, but I'm not really looking to do like AoE and stuff here that sort of way. Like, it's a bit awkward because it only works on the first time that you do damage, so if you don't start with an AoE move, it's not really that great. So I'm still just gonna take this Nintendo's Ultimate Marisa Galaxy. I love the text in this game, it's so good. Yeah, so as you can imagine, there's a different response depending on which one you actually favor there as well. On to the upgrade. So, which do we do first? So, it is super tempting to do Refined Potion first, but I think it's better to do Craft first, because Craft will draw an extra card when I do that, and that kind of just gets us through the deck better. Refined Potions thing is that it increases the damage over time as well, rather than just being a flat 5 to begin with. If there's more potions that you don't draw on that turn, the next ones will increase as well, which is really powerful, and we do want it, but not immediately. We need to get extra draw first. So yeah, the major things you need here is generating potions, preferably getting buffed stuff, and yeah, you know, getting buffs to potions by abilities, and then the next thing you want is just card draw as much as possible. So yeah, As far as who we're fighting this time round, we're going to go for Sakuya, because both of Sakuya's colors have got a couple of excellent potion generating cards, which are absolutely insanely powerful. So we're going to go for that. It doesn't really matter which color we would get off of her, we have a chance of getting some extremely good stuff off of it. So yeah, that's where we're going this time round. Still going to get some upgrades, so let's see what we can get out of our third fight here. Refine Potion immediately is good. Yeah, we can just go for it, same as before. For some reason I thought this cost 5 instead of 4. That's what I was getting confused at the first time round. But yeah, we can just go for Refine and then block all the damage here, which is pretty nice. Potions can be a little bit volatile, literally, against the Vengeful Spirits here, because they're random, right? So it's like you could just hit the spirit and then take damage before you get your turn, which is kind of annoying, but didn't happen here, so we're fine. Also, we have barrier because of the amulet, so that's not too bad either. I think we want to go ahead and get some more defense here. The last card in deck is the potion, so we'll use that. Get the 20 off. Now, their revenge bullets are affected by the vulnerable status here as well, so we're actually taking 9, which is a little annoying, but we do have the amulet defense, and that gives us lethal. So, yeah. Pretty good. Alright, what do we got? Okay, there's a couple of reasonable things here. One of the other things Marisa does a little bit is retain, so she gets to keep cards in the hand. This is kind of like a side effect from her, but she does have an ability that gives you mana reduction if you retain cards. So, and some of the cards will reduce their own mana cost as well. So that can be fine. Too Big to Fall, or Fail even, is a pretty solid card. Decent defense on it. If you upgrade this, it gives you barrier instead of block, which is pretty good, and just effectively the bigger your deck ends up being, the more powerful this gets, which is pretty good. And Devil's Codex, it does have to exile a card, which can sometimes be a little bit expensive, but you draw 2, so it like replaces itself, and then initially the first time you play it, that's what the debut effect is here, you get to get an extra benefit, which is basically get your mana back. If you upgrade this one, it costs only 1 black, so it ends up actually plussing 2, which is pretty good. I think I will take it. As much as I like Too Big to Fail, I think I will take the stronger overall effect here. This is one we didn't see last time in my first playthrough. Mystia gives you healing. Either you can gain power or you can heal life, but you then have to pay for it afterwards. You can technically dine and dash, but there's a little bit of a downside to that later on in the game. We're not going to bother taking it here because I want to save my money for actual shop stuff. But yeah, it's a thing. And yeah, as Pepper's saying in the chat, it's a little bit too early for Too Big to Fail. It does start in your hand every time, so you're guaranteed a defense in the opening hand, which I think is still good even if you don't buff it. But yeah, it's a little bit too early. So now we have a couple of options. Dark Satellite actually isn't the worst one to upgrade either, because 20 block, like yeah, 2 black mana is expensive, but 20 block's actually really quite good, and the potential to draw 3 off of this is pretty good too. Refine, of course, is always a good target, but the fact that this doesn't increase the number of potions you get means I'm not immediately concerned about upgrading it, so I'm going to go for Codex. Decrease the cost of it, make sure that I can draw extra cards here too. Should be pretty good. It's it comes in with Shiki later on, basically. Your sins increase for when you fight Shiki, and so she starts stronger than what she did before. Alright, on to Rin. Never the most fun fight to go with here, but it's fine. I guess we'll get rid of one of the shoots, so we can get a draw here. It's not too bad. Get the Occult, so we can refine. And then I would like to use Satellite, but I think it's just too expensive to do here, because I wouldn't be able to use Satellite and then Craft Potion if I draw it. So we'll just shoot her for 10 and get this started up here. Again, potions can be rather volatile here, as you can see. It didn't actually... yeah, we didn't get a chance to defend against that, so it can be a little bit volatile. but still not the worst outcome there. Let's get some defense going, draw a little bit more with this. We'll do 20 to, well, 40 to her. It's pretty good. If we did take out one more of these, I'm pretty sure she switches to getting grays instead of actually attacking you. So that would be pretty useful, but we've kind of got to get there first. So now we can see the full power of astrology. We will... Ooh, it's actually tempting to illusion laser here. Because I have both of them in hand. I could illusion laser to get rid of this one, because this would weaken me. Yeah, that actually seems okay. So then the question is, do I want this next turn? The answer, probably not. So we'll have that discarded. We'll get the draw card for next turn, that much is fine. And then, yeah, just laser this one down. Every one of these that you kill increases the damage of the next ones that she summons. So you do have to be a little bit careful there. But yeah, see, now she switched to applying grays to herself. And potions don't care about grays, so if we do get there, we'll be fine. We don't have any potions left in deck at the moment, though, so... Oh, we can... Right, so one other thing about Dark Satellite and Asteroid Belt and stuff like that is that it doesn't have to be on the same turn that you play the black card. So we can gain block here and still draw 2 cards off of this. Unfortunately, not exactly drawing the ideal ones, but I guess it will be fine. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and remove most of her grays. Just hit this thing down. We're gonna get Frail on us this turn, which is kind of annoying, but we'll survive. We do get the amulet hit as well, so that's nice. Alright. So now we... Turn order of operations is important here because this is not a black card. It's a I guess it would just be a grey card. It's because this does count for the bass drum as well. So yeah, it's a grey card. So you don't get the draw off of Satellite if you do things in the other order here. So yeah, we'll do that so we can get the extra draw, get the potion off, so that takes him out. A little bit unfortunate. Maybe I could have shot it first, but I didn't know if I'd still have access to it after. So sure. And then yeah, just gonna shoot her. See, this is the thing. Early on, we don't really have a lot of potion generation, right? We only have craft potion left now, so that's like a bit rough, to be honest. But we will get there. Oh, trust me, we will get there. Oh, right, it took... See, this I mentioned this in the previous thing. You've got to be a little bit careful about which mana gets used for stuff here. I just shot her and didn't actually have the mana left because it used 2 black mana instead of a black and a red, like I would have wanted. So you've got to be careful. Sometimes it does pay to just like double check exactly what you're going for there. I don't think it would have made too much of a difference because, to be honest, I wouldn't have been able to use most of the cards I was going to get there. So it's kind of whatever. But yeah, like autoplay, sometimes it can betray you, so you've got to be just a little on the careful side. Regardless, we win here anyway. We really didn't take very much damage in that fight, so I'd say that was quite successful. We also get the Caracasa. I don't think I had this one last time. At the start of your turn, your first turn, you gain 8 block and upgrade a random card in your hand until the end of the fight. So, pretty solid. Ooh, Witch's Crucible is absolutely one of the cards I want here. So it's a little expensive, but this one's an upgrade priority as well. It gives your potions the ability to apply poison, which is another thing we didn't get to see at the end of in the previous thing. But at the end of your turn, or like at the start of the character's turn, you'll take damage equal to your poison count. So yeah, the more potions we can generate, the more damage they will do as in addition to their explosion damage, which is really good. So the one we're losing this time is the apple, gain 12 max life. Yeah, it's fine, but we don't need that one per se, so that's an okay loss to me. So I'm fine with that. Let's move on, see what the event gives here. It's the exhibit one. It's Parsy's event. Okay, I don't think we got this one last time either. So we get a random exhibit here. Oh! I don't know if this one's actually good for Marisa, because most of her skill cards cost all colored. So I don't think this is a really powerful effect, but I don't think it's particularly good for Marisa herself. So hopefully we get into one of Sakuya's colors and can do some stuff with that. That'd be nice. Anyway, you take this, and Posse comes in going, "Why is everybody finding this stuff? It makes me mad, man." And yeah, so you can choose to lose one of either the exhibit you just got, a second random exhibit, or you get the Misfortune, which is just unplayable. We're obviously going to take the Misfortune. We can remove this from the deck later. Such shamelessness! Now, Posse's being jealous of Chono in the math class. It is what it is. If we end up in blue, yeah, that skill conductor is going to be insane. Okay, so one of the cool things with the Karakasa being able to upgrade random cards, sometimes it just upgrades the occult that we start with, and now it can give me 3 mana instead of 2 this game. So that's cool, you know, definitely happy with that. Let's see, I don't really want any of these. We're getting hit for 12, but I also have draw, so I'm just going to cycle through. This is much better. Unfortunately, this is an ability, not a skill, so we don't get to reduce the cost of that, which is a shame, because that'd be nice, but it's fine. So we'll put the potion in the deck with that, and then we will Codex away, probably just to shoot. Get the potion immediately as well, yeah. So this fairy also is one that I didn't fight last time. The Black Fairy starts with like 36 barrier, which is kind of insane. This doesn't go away, so we do kind of have to just punch through. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but what are you gonna do, right? I think this turn I am probably just going to use both of these occults, because I want to do both Refine Potion and the Dark Satellite, because I want to have enough block, and I also just want to kind of like punch through. We didn't get any more potions, but that just means there's like 2 potions in the last bits of the deck, so we'll do a lot of damage next turn, which is really good. And we don't take anything from her this turn, so you know, I'm happy enough with that. So boop, and boop. So that's really good. One of the things the Black Fairy does is give you a status card here, where you lose life at the end of your turn if it's still in hand, but if you just kill her, then you don't have to worry about that, you know, so there is that. Thing is, I don't think I can do that with the hand here, so we're probably going to have to deal with it anyway. That's fine. It's only 2 life, it's really not that big of a deal. What do? We don't actually knock her out, which is a shame. Yeah, I think, honestly, probably just play defense on it here. We're gonna do 20 damage next turn anyway, so we'll just not take damage here, and that'll be fine. Yeah, we can Codex away the Misfortune. And laser! Yeah, exactly. The we'll get lethal regardless without taking damage, so it's all good. Don't really care about any of these, to be honest. Runaway is decent enough when you upgrade, and Rainbow Star Blast could be a payoff for excessive potion stuff. I don't particularly care about them this early. Indiscriminate Ignition is also, like, okay, so long as you don't fight Tenchi, but unlike the sword that we had to use on her last time, you get the choice as to whether you activate this. So, it's decent. Probably would have been a little bit better if we got it earlier. It does lower its cost when you upgrade it quite nicely, so there is that as an option. I guess I'll take the Rainbow Star Blast, because at least we can stack that and it'll be pretty strong, but not my favorite set of stuff there. So definitely upgrade the Crucible, because now when you use it, it adds 2 potions instead of just 1. So much more firepower out of it. It's one of the premier Premier Generators for a reason. This is where, like, Indiscriminate Ignition would actually be pretty solid for this fight, in all honesty, because we can just kind of shoot them every time we draw one of their stupid status cards. So in this fight in particular, if you happen to get it early enough, sure, good card. But I don't know, I don't really care enough on that, so yeah. Instantly get the potion, alright. So, the free fairies, we didn't actually get to fight these in the Raymue fight, Raymue video. They basically alternate between shooting at you and doing a status card, and one of them, chosen at random, will do their spell card at the start here. Sunny will add 2 of her status card to your discard pile. Luna here is going to add 1 Graze and 10 Barrier to each of the fairies, and Star puts 4 Lock-On on you, which is very irritating, to be honest, but thankfully we don't have to deal with that too much right now. So Rainbow Star Blast does a decent amount of damage, but it's nowhere near enough to like get a knockout on any of them here, so we probably don't want to use that. So instead, I think I really want to focus down Luna because she is by far the most annoying one with her status card, because it lowers your mana count when you draw it, so I really want to get rid of her as fast as I can. Unfortunately, this Graze is probably going to make that pretty difficult to do, but we will see. Okay, so this seems like the turn to kind of go all in, but first let's thin the deck out so we can get our potions generated. So that's pretty good. Gain our mana, codex away the Misfortune, and the potions are accurate, so we do get to punch through, which is good. Now the question is, where do we go from here? Ideally, I would love to have like a potion hit here, but I, don't anticipate that's gonna happen. But at least we can get a decent amount of defense. I think, yeah, we can get enough defense that we can survive this turn. Ah, potion hit the wrong target, that's fine. Oh, this is kind of annoying too. Drawing Sunny's status card here means we're gonna take 5 damage regardless here. Unless we just stack up, because we got an extra mana off the potion. So, thankfully, we still survive without taking damage, but it was closer than I would have liked. Yeah, Star adds 2 unplayables to your discard pile, but they also don't actually harm you, unlike the other 2, so she's a little bit easier to manage. Unfortunately, we are definitely taking damage this turn because I cannot knock out Star, and I don't quite have enough defense. So, that's a shame, but it's fine. We probably just want to make sure that Luna dies here. Just trying to see, is there a way of doing that whilst... I mean, if I take 12, I could take out both Star and Sunny. Oh, Luna and Sunny, sorry. Probably anyway, because if I just use... that's 15, so I could take her out. And then... yeah, basically... that's enough. It's just, do I want to take that damage? And honestly, we can take it slower than that. So we'll gain our block. We're always going to do that anyway. And probably just Star Blast on Luna. So again, it's a synergy card, so just like with the Lunatic Eyes that we used last time, we do get to like add more stuff to it if we want, but we don't want to here. So we can take her out, and then 10 here. Unfortunately, just short in terms of poison damage. That would have been fun, but it's fine. We can survive having that status card around, I think. So from here, craft a potion, just shoot to knock her out. Now we're not taking damage this turn, so we can always Illusion Laser here as well. And this is just the alternating pattern, so now we just got to do the final bit of damage here, and the potion should make that, like, guaranteed. Yeah. Just want to make sure that she dies before the end of turn so we don't take damage unnecessarily off of that. Computer parts, very ironic actually, considering what we're getting in the mail tomorrow. Yeah, not very good. We get power if we drink Tea of the Gap, but we really don't want to drink Tea of the Gap because that implies that we're failing too much. Okay, I think this might be the time where I want to take Too Big to Fail, because it will give us some good defense at the start of the Sakia fight, and I could upgrade it. I don't think I have anything else that I immediately need to upgrade. I mean, Refined Potion could be good, I suppose, but I'm not, like, instantly demanding an upgrade on anything else right now. So, like, I could just upgrade this to give Barrier, and that means I could use it at the start of every fight, basically. So I think I will take it, just because it's like 2 mana to, even if it's just like 11 or 12 Barrier right now, the further we go on, the more we're going to get from it. So I think that is fine. We'll go for it, why not? Alright, Sakia time! You're not the one who stole it, are you? Just taking my lady out. Yep. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we are currently gaining 12 Barrier from this, which is good. We can survive this turn, no problem doing that, which is nice. Codex away, the Misfortune, just like before. Not really getting anything super fancy off of that. So the most damage is going to come from our upgraded shoot, plus the regular one, so we'll just do that. Yeah, not going to get benefit off the Barrier this time, which is a shame, but, you know, like, we're not going to get to keep it for a future turn. But I don't think that's really too bad here. Alright, let's fire it up here. How much do we need? We got 5? Yeah, we can we fire that up? We can fire that up, right? So we go... Oh, we don't even need the card draw, but I suppose we'll take it anyway, because we might get a potion, and that'd be great. Sakia's gimmick, as we just saw there, is every 8 cards you play, she does 5 damage to you. That will increase as the fight goes on, and she gets spell cards available and whatnot. Oh, this stupid thing also removed it. Ah, dang it. Again, not paying attention to like which mana is getting used for what here. I needed to use the other one. That's fine. Oh, we would have actually drawn like a couple of potions too, like all the potions actually, so we would have been in a really good spot. That's fine. Sakia's status cards will let you trigger Silver Lockdown by yourself, so you'll just take 5 damage off of it. That's, like, you do need to get rid of these potentially, but I'm not really too worried about it right now. I think what I might just do here, to be honest, depends what we get off of this. Yeah, we don't get the potion, that's the last card in the deck, which I think is fine. I might just go ahead and, like, spend all the mana on Rainbow Star here. It's either that, or I spend the 2 red on the blocks so I can remove the exiles. That's probably also good. These don't count as cards played towards Silver Lockdown trigger here. So yeah, we'll just get rid of them now before it gets too damaging, and then use the rest of this on Rainbow Star. So this, at a baseline, costs 2 black mana, and for every mana that you spend on it, it's 9 base damage goes up by 3. But if you spend a rainbow on it, then it increases by a further 3. And it is accurate, so it gets through grays as well, which is nice. So yeah, with all the potion stuff there, we do get 36 damage off of that, so already like nearly halfway through the fight. But then, you know, we still got a bit to go. Thankfully, we get through at least one of her grace points with the potion there, so that is good. And yeah, we'll block her. What do we want to do from here is the question. Let's see what we're drawing. Craft Potion is pretty good. I have enough mana to cast that. That's probably what we want to do then. Get the other potion, that's nice. So she's taking 17 poison damage right now. This is why Witch's Crucible is so good. We only have one of them right now, and look how much we're actually stacking up here. It's ludicrously strong. We don't need too much more in order to defend against her, but I think in order to make sure that we avoid taking damage via Silver Lockdown as well, I will just take... Oh, gotta make sure we use the upgraded one. We'll just take the lesser damage here. We'll just avoid all damage this way, which is fine by me. Yeah, so it's the first time she's done a status condition to us, which is Frail, so Yeah, kind of annoying, I suppose, but it's whatever. We're far enough in that I don't think it matters. So, yeah. I mean, we are going to take damage this turn unless I go full send on the block, which I guess is fine, because we do have, like, potion stuff still to go next turn. So this will be alright. She's going to take 15 poison damage anyway, so this spell card doesn't even trigger. We've already won the fight now, so yeah. We don't get a chance to see it, but basically a spell, instead of giving her firepower like what Reimu would do, instead of giving her firepower, it gives her like 5 extra silver lockdown, so she'll do 10 damage to you for every 8 cards you play instead of 5. Okay, so yes, we're getting into blue charge here, which is super good. And yeah, the magic poker draws an extra card for the first 3 turns. This used to be draw an extra card for every single turn, but apparently that was too powerful, and I guess I can kind of see it, so personally I think Blue Sakia kind of needed the help at the time, but it's fine. Oh, why would you give me this? I want all of these. Can I please just have all of them? Okay. We've got a lot to unpack here. So Open Universe, despite how expensive it is absolutely ridiculous. Because when you upgrade this, you get the cards to cost 0. So you spend 5 mana up front, but you get 2 copies of any 1 card out of your deck to use for that turn. Which is just absurd. Because this means you can get 2 copies of your big abilities for potion generation, and the better your card pool is, the stronger that ends up becoming. Waste utilization is really good if you have cards that generate shadows, which a lot of the black cards do as just a status card that you need to pay to get rid of. Also gets rid of misfortunes and whatnot, which is really good. And when you upgrade this, it lets you exile from not just a hand, but anywhere in the deck and discard as well. So you can exile stuff that's already gone away too, which is super good. And then we have Embrace the Darkness, which is just one of the most ridiculous skills. Defense, skills, status, they all exile after you use them, but they only cost 1 instead of their usual multicolor stuff. This synergizes with the Tactical Conductor, because then the cards will cost 0 automatically. If we upgrade Embrace, then they will cost 0 after that as well. I want all of these, and I don't know which one I want to take. Because they are all super good in their own right. The only reason not to take Embrace right now is because I don't have a lot of non-ability based potion generation. Open is a skill, so it does cost 4 instead, yeah. That is actually something worth noting too. Open Universe being a skill card will cost 1 less with the Conductor. I think this is the best option, and we just snap upgrade it immediately as soon as possible, like next stage. But man, I want all of these. These are like the exact cards I want for my deck, like in general. We do need a white mana before we can truly try and do the stupid stuff with this. But yeah, I'm taking Open Universe, but oh boy, there's just like a lot to unpack there. Okay, who are we fighting? Yuyuko. Yuyuko is black aligned, so we might get another black mana off of her. Depends what the exhibits are like. So that could be interesting. Right, we definitely want to go for the upgrade immediately, so we are going to do that. Okay, Open Universe in the and the random upgrade from our Karakasa. Excellent. Open Universe in the initial hand is stupidly good here. Yeah, I mean this is why you use this card, because now we could just get Refined Potion, and that'll be amazing. And looking at it, that is actually the better thing to do before we do Too Big to Fail here. Because doing this first means we will add extra cards into the deck. So we'll use this, we will get, I think Refined Potion is the better one to get here. So we get 2 copies of this, it costs 0 because the card was upgraded. And now we add 4 potions to our deck. And we get, they're doing 25 damage each. So that's pretty good. We'll use this, and I'll actually put the craft potion in as well here. Can't use any of the other cards, but that is more than fine. So now we have enough barrier that we basically survive this turn regardless, which is really good. We just need like 1 defense to survive this turn, but we can also probably just kill it this turn. So let's go for that. Let's do this one. No. Exile the Misfortune. 25. 25. Okay, we don't actually kill it, but... maybe we do. We have Astrology. Yep. Do we want the potion? The potion or the potion? Yep. Boop. This is why I love Potion Marisa so much. It is so much fun to go through this stuff. Okay, 2 good ones here. Lunar Cycle is pretty nice. Gaining block, drawing a card. Every time you draw Lunar Cycle, it costs less, which is quite nice. Orthodox Rebellion is the one I'm going to go for, though. It's on my more dominant mana, which is good because it means I can more likely play it. And we add an Astrology. So we get a little bit of defense, and we also get to scry through the deck as well. One of the more important pulls to get here. Alright, who are we getting this time? It's Remelia. Now, Remelia is an interesting one here. So, last time we got Patchouli, and that was great. But yeah, this time we're going for Remelia. So, if we had the spacesuit, as you saw in the prologue, if you watch the intro video for this as well, you'll see that Remelia really wanted the spacesuit. And if you give her the spacesuit, as strong as that exhibit is, you get her power without getting the Misfortune. And the Misfortune here is not possible to remove from the deck, which is a bit of a shame. But in exchange, your basic attacks get a little bit stronger, and they do +2 damage basically from the defaults, and you also heal when you use one of them. The catch, if this card is in your hand when you at the end of your turn and you didn't heal that turn, you lose 8 life, which is a lot. But we also have Devil's Codex, which can exile it, and that basically just removes it as a problem for the stage. You can also have this one too. Like, both of these artworks are really good. Just as a thing, you can switch the artwork style whenever you want, which is pretty great here. Yeah, I think even if it's only really just to show off what happens here, I think I'll take it. So one of the other things to note is that all of your attacks also just cost colorless at this point. Like, they don't cost any mana in particular. So you remove colored attack costs from your deck by doing this as well. I think we'll take it, just so we can show how this goes. Yeah, and we do get some setup stuff. Well, we have the setup, right? So we do get some benefits from being able to heal a little bit as well. It's a bit of a risk, but it's cool, and I think this is one that is worth looking into. Okay. So, what do we do with this? Ooh. So we're taking 14 if we do nothing, which is fine. So this takes 4... See, the problem is I don't have enough mana to do, like, everything, which is a shame. But I think if I add this in... At the very least I can do Crucible, I think is important here. So we can gain enough barrier that we don't take health damage here. Let's go Codex, remove this one, I think. Okay, that's not too bad. And now we can do Refine. And still get most of the defense. The block does go before the barrier, so we will only take 1 barrier damage this turn, which is pretty useful, so yeah. Alright. Now, so here we have the card, so this stays in the hand as well. This is why Devil's Codex is important for this setup, because you do not lose this card. This might have been a bad idea given we're going to fight Yuko, actually, but that's okay. We'll get rid of this card before too long. I fought Yuko with it before. It's funny and kind of annoying, but not the worst. Get a couple of potions out. Do we have anything that's worth using Open Universe on? Not really. I suppose, well, we could use it on... Yeah, no, it's fine, right? Because we go Open Universe on the potion. That adds the potion to the hand, and it entered the hand, so it immediately does damage. Yeah. That's an interaction I've learned from Radioactive Elements, which hopefully we get to see at some point, because that card is insane. I'll be honest, I don't really want any of these. Milky Way is one of those retain cards that I mentioned before. It stays in your hand and increases its block potential, so it can be decent, but it takes too long. It's too slow for me, and it's 3 mana to block 18, that's just not enough. Phoenix Wings Rise, we did use this in the previous thing, and this does synergize, to be fair, with the Remelia stuff, right? Because we're losing life from this attack, but then we can gain life with Remelia's thing, so it's not that bad. Should note with Remelia, actually, you do not have to physically gain life, it's just you have to have used a card which gains life. So even if you're at full health, you still can be fine with that. And then Ready for Burst is fine, but we don't have charge right now, so we don't really care too much about like any of these. So we'll skip, take the extra bit of money, and immediately snap, upgrade, Open Universe. Because if we get that in the opening hand, it's kind of lethal. So yeah. Alright. We're not selling any of these, but if we didn't get Open Universe, I would be very tempted to sell the Tactical Conductor here, because it does kind of make it much... like, Marisa's color thing does make it a lot harder to use, so I would have potentially considered it if we didn't already go through that, you know? Like, now we have a card that can use it, so we're not gonna give it up. 397, we don't really have... I don't think we have anything that's, like, ridiculously pressing to upgrade at this point. Like, some of them are always nice, you know? Refined Potion would be nice, but it doesn't lower its cost, so I'm not, like, immediately worried about that. We can get that at the end of the stage. Orthodox Rebellion goes to, like, 17 block, which is fine. I do want to remove this Misfortune, so I think we're gonna go for the shop here. Yeah. I think the shop is the best overall hit here, so that's what we'll do. Okay. Barrier first. Get our potion going. Yeah, I kind of want to see what I can get off of this. So this is another cool thing about using Marisa with the stuff here, because Scry is really good at getting rid of misfortunes when you're about to draw them. So that's another potentially nice like benefit here. We are on 22, they are doing 22, so we're fine on that front. Let's go ahead and just get rid of probably that. Not really a lot here. So I don't think I saw this fight in the previous run I did either for Reimu. So the Keystone's ability makes it take 3 less damage from unblocked attacks, but the Keystone also protects its partners as well. Any unblocked attacks that they take will be 2 less as well. Yeah. Yeah, we're not taking a huge amount here, so we will just go ahead and do what damage we can. I might as well use the block because I want to keep at least some barrier, and I think it's better than just doing 4 damage or whatever it is there. Okay. We drew like both of the cards I would want out of Open Universe. That's a shame. Open Universe to Misfortune. Clearly the best strat. This is okay though, because we can now go ahead and use these, I think. This will still be fine, because now if I use the other occult, I can go Orthodox Rebellion. That gives us the Astrology, which we can now just spam the rest of the deck out with. Get us our extra mana as well. And yeah, Open Universe isn't really going to do anything, I suppose, but it's fine enough. We'll just take this out. I could use the bomb, but there's not really any reason to, so we will not. And now we have a fresh deck to draw through for this turn. And we get Open Universe immediately. Do I have anything that I want to use Open Universe on here? Again, maybe Craft Potion? It's probably too expensive to do that. When I can just... Surely I can just win if I use all the mana for you, right? 27? Yeah. Sometimes you've got to just like take a step back and just look, you know? Okay, so if we were on charge, I'm skipping this one as well. I'm pretty sure I don't need another one of these. Deep Memories is nice, but a lot of our good cards will exile themselves because they're abilities, so we don't really want this one. And Bright Starry Sky is really good, but we don't have the charge mechanic for it right now. So it's kind of not worth it. So we're just going to skip this as well. Oh, why do we have to get this one? The Scam Sisters, no. Okay, so... Oh, at least it's a 70% discount. This isn't like the worst here. So it's a random discount that you get off of this, and the artificial jewelry that you get is not amazing. You just spend 1 mana to gain a random mana off of this. One key point is that it is a skill card, so this is probably the best time that we could get it, because as a skill card with Tactical Conductor, we're just going to get to play this for free. The unfortunate thing is it doesn't draw another card as well, so it's a little bit annoying that way. If you refuse to pay them, like you either pay the full amount and get nothing, or, which, you know, sometimes that's important because you don't always want this card. The misfortune you get if you don't pay anything from this is Buy Safety, which loses money and gains life at the end of the turn that you have it in play. So I guess that can be fine too. It's not the worst misfortune ever, but it's also not something you can play immediately, so... But yeah, this might be the one time, because of our exhibit up here, that we're actually kind of okay taking this. And it is a rare, which might come up later on, if we get a certain event in Act 3. We can get it in Act 2 as well, technically, but... Oh, this is good. Okay, so instantly we take the membership card because now everything except remove card is 40% cheaper. So it pays for itself very quickly. We want to remove that misfortune that we're allowed to remove, so we get rid of that. And more refined potion, please. Yes, and thank you. Then the question is, do I want anything else? I kind of want Back to the Future. It's a very awkward card. We don't really have a ton that it kind of works with, but if you upgrade it, it gets Echo, which means you can use it twice. And a 0 mana draw 4, even if it is a very weird way of drawing 4, is heckin' strong. Let's just put it that way. So it's a weird one, but I'm gonna take it anyway, because I think it could be reasonable here. The only other option potentially is the Flashlight. This applies 3 weeks, so 30% less damage for 3 turns. It does replenish itself, which is kind of nice, so like all tool cards, you don't generally have to worry about like drawing it and it being dead. Unless you are overdrawing, obviously, but yeah, we're not doing that at the moment. It will always be the pizza cutter and heart. I can totally see that, because when you look at this, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's even doesn't have the full circle, which is like it's not supposed to, but yeah, it really does look like a pizza cutter if you don't look too hard. It might not be a lot of money, but I am very tempted just to save the money here, so I can like get more benefit out of the card, out of the gift card, not gift card, the membership card later on. So I think that's what we'll do. It might not be much, but it is a little bit extra to go for in the future. Okay, so the upgrade to Astrology that we got because of our Karakasa here, scries 5 instead of 3, which is fine. Probably not going to need that, but it's decent enough. Right, barrier time, and you can see the more cards we get, the more barrier that we get here as well. That would have been one potential reason to take the Flashlight, is we'd get an extra card for barrier, but it is, like, temporary, so it's kind of whatever. Nothing too stellar out of this hand. I guess, I kind of want to see what the next lot is, actually. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's a lot of defense. But here, I think we actually take the reversed hunger, so we can show the... Oh, no, don't exile that one. We can actually show the synergy here. So we just exile this, and now we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the fight. So, that's pretty cool. We'll get ourselves the Crucible, and I could go ahead and, like, go through. There's not really anything that I want to use Back to the Future on here. It's an awkward card to use right now, but we'll get there. It's fine. Let's just leave it there. We'll keep the gain mana for the next turn when it's more valuable. And we did fight Yomu last time, so the strategy's more or less still the same. Please don't draw the other Refine. Thank you. Probably use the Jewelry here as well, so we can... Oh, gain the black mana. That's nice. Alright. I think it's the last card, right? Yeah, it is. So, Open Universe. Waha, now we get 2 copies of this. Super good. I love that so much. We can actually just go ahead and draw all of these too, which is great, because we have just enough to use this. So we get that going, and Conductor will draw all of the potions out of the deck, gaining basically all of our mana back, drawing an extra card afterwards as well from a reshuffled deck. And it doesn't matter because she's dead, because Refined Potion is very, very powerful. Oh, this is also super good to get now. So, as I mentioned in the previous playthrough, there are exhibits that will auto-upgrade cards that you acquire from, you know, anywhere. So, this is really good. Any skill card that we get now will always just be upgraded, and this is one of the better ones to get. Ripper and Fog is amazing if you're playing Sakia. Hopefully we'll get to that later on when we go for that run. Borrow Materials is nuts, especially when it's upgraded, so it only overdrafts 1. Adding 2 rainbows just mean, you know, for 1 mana means you just gain 4 mana immediately. Overdraft means it's oh, I forget what it's called in Hearthstone, but it's like you lose a mana for the next turn. So it is at random. You don't always know. Well, you know what it's going to be because one of these will be grayed out. But yeah, this card is ridiculous and definitely home to like some of the strongest combos we can have with this style. Lunafan is really good. The T-set, I mean, it synergizes with computer parts, I suppose, but we really don't want that one. Lunafan is really good for like building a defense setup here. You only lose half block instead of all of your block when you end your turn, or like at the start of your next turn. So it can be super, super good if you're stacking a ton of defense, or if the opponent just doesn't do anything on turn 1. That's also very possible. Alright, only one pathway does not have Takane, and we do not have money for her shot right now, so we will move on. Well, we always love to see Open Universe in the starting hand, so let's do that for Refine. Do our usual little setup here. We go... see, this is the weird bit, because we have Reversed Hunger in hand here, I kind of, like, I need to go for the barrier so we don't, like, lose a ton. But I kind of don't want to craft potion here because I'm not going to be able to use the attack to go through this. So I think I will just go ahead. We gained an upgrade at the very least, which is nice, so I'll just use the attack here rather than putting another potion in the deck. Because we tried to gain life and it actually did, like, you know, have the 0 there, we do not, you know, we don't get affected by Reversed Hunger. So that's just showcasing what we had before. Wait, we have Open Universe exiles itself. I was like, wait, do we have Open Universe in the deck? That would have been, in the discard, that would have been great. But no, it exiles itself on use. What do we do out of this then? So I think, we definitely go Borrow Materials, and you can see one of the red mana is grayed out, so we're not going to have this one next turn. Yeah, not really sure what I want to do. I think, like, what I could maybe do, if I use Back to the Future here, we could get like borrow materials and stuff back. We could just go for a ton of mana this turn and probably draw out. Using this, we can draw out quite a bit as well. I think that's what I'll go for. Might be a bit weird, but I think it'll be fine. So we'll do this. Puts the discard into the deck. We can get more of this. Seems reasonable enough. I don't know if I need all of the mana this turn. I just need to make sure I don't have like too many cards in hand. Is the main bit here. So then I think if we want to preserve as much of the mana as possible here, how much is doing 18? We can go ahead and do 21 with that. That takes him out. Oh, Gano uses cut. I was like sitting on the keyboard or something. I don't know. Now we can see what we draw. Yeah, get the craft potion, which is good. We've got 2 cards. Yeah, we're guaranteed to get the potion off of this. So, boop. Orthodox block is good. We are overdrafting 2 next turn. That is something that's potentially worth keeping in mind. We'll see. Yeah, more potions. Let's go. Poop. Do we just win now? We've got 5, right? 20, 28, and yeah, we just win. So, there we go. It's a very weird card to play Back to the Future just by itself, but there's some really cool stuff you can do with it, and there's a good show of why borrow materials is so powerful as well. Luminous, oh, I want both of these. Oh, again, why do you do this to me? Luminous Mushroom introduces the overdrive mechanic, which we don't have synergy with right now. We would need to upgrade this like immediately, but we're right there. We're getting an upgrade right after this, so that's not a problem. But Play with Water just works perfectly for this. Drawing 3 is already really good. Discard the Reversed Hunger if we can't exile it, and because of the Conductor it costs 0. Yes, which is what Pepper's saying here. Absolutely insane. I want more potion generation, but I think we have to take the skill here. Oh, this event. Yeah, I think I did have this one last time round, so yeah, we get the Forgetfulness, but we get a bunch of tools, and those are pretty useful, so yeah, we'll put up with Forgetfulness just now. Again, we can get rid of the Misfortunes a little bit easier in this deck, so it's not that bad. Plus, this is basically just 4 cards for Too Big to Fail, right? So we get a heal and debuff remover, 25 block is pretty good, and a vulnerable. So, solid set of cards, to be honest. Upgrade. We want to upgrade this one, because the echo makes it very nice here. Neatery. Man, Neatery taking half damage on turn 1 is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Makes it really irritating to fight here, but it's fine. Yeah, so we replenish with these as well, so... Ooh, we don't have to discard here, but I kind of want to so I can make sure that I have enough space to do what I want to do here. Because I think I'm kind of going all in with this. I want to do that so I can go Refine, but I kind of want to see if I can get Open Universe as well to get the other Refine. We do not, but I can discard this, which is good. Yeah, I think we'll just keep that as is, and go Refine end turn. Not too much point in damaging her turn 1 if we don't have the capability of doing like a ridiculous amount of damage, so... Okay. So, good bit to start. Well, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I haven't mentioned this strictly before, but the hand size limit is 10, so you just gotta make sure you don't like overdraw when it comes to some of the stuff here. This just gets around the mana, it's a white mana this time, that's fine. Draw stuff, there's Open Universe. We do still have Refine Potion in deck, so let's go ahead and use that. So now our potions are doing 35 damage. Also, yeah, Nitori summoned the Purifier drone this time instead of the Scout one. So it does the same things as the normal Purifier, but it does have 100 health, as they all do. So that's just something to keep in mind, I suppose. Let's go for our Scry. And, yep. Boop. Doing 30 damage a potion now. Boop. Take it out in one hit. I love this. I love this so much. This is just stupid fun to go through the stuff here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Back to the Future here, I think, because we can echo this. So get a drawer. Probably need to make some space here as well. So let's just use the shots. Get some space in our setup here. And we go again. Swap the deck in the discard. How did we not draw the potions? Like, most of the deck is potions, come on. I suppose I did use these two, so it was like 2 extra cards in the discard, but that's still annoying. Never mind. Let's go for that then. Because I think we can take her out this turn, potentially. Because if we do all of these are now rainbows, so they're adding 6 the whole time. Yeah, we just win. Right? Oh, maybe not. Dang it. Too close. Poison takes her out. Good enough. And now we get the mask. I don't think we're going to be able to use this because this deck doesn't tend to do that many actual attacks. But, you know, the potions don't count as playing an attack, even though they are attack cards. So, yeah. Not really too fussed about any of these. Once again, we get Indiscriminate Ignition come up, but it's not super great. Parting Woes is okay. I think if you upgrade this, yeah, it gains 24 block and you can retain 2 cards. So that's kind of nice. If you can't pay for a card in the turn, but you really want to keep it in hand, you do get to retain access to it. But it takes 3 mana. I'm not about that right now, so we're just going to move on. We don't need to take a card every single time. That is something I have been learning as we go on with the stuff. As much as I want to, because we do have the potion, right? Not potion, the bookcase. Too big to fail. We do have that, which makes it really nice to like take a ton of stuff. But I think this feels like maybe the time where Refined Potion is worth upgrading. What else do we want though? Like Rainbow Star Blast gets a lot more powerful when it's upgraded. So maybe that's worth it just because it stacks so much higher. There's the potential to do over 100 damage with this card very easily. The other one that's worth it potentially is Dark Satellite because you draw a 3rd card when you use it, and also 20 block is quite reasonable. I think I'll go for the Star Blast here. Because then it does like 20 base damage, which is reasonable for 2 mana. And if you use rainbows, it just gets much stronger. So, yeah. Okay. So, one of the fun things you can do with Back to the Future when you open with it is you can just kind of play it for free and it just draws 2 cards. Because it shuffles it like puts everything in the discard pile, then your discard pile goes back to the deck and you just draw 2. So that's kind of fun. But I think also if I just put Borrow Materials in there, that probably ends up being good as well. So that's probably what I'll do. Do want to gain the barrier as well. 24 barrier is quite a good amount to have here. So we'll borrow and then, yeah, go for this. It's like now we get to draw Borrow Materials, and also this is kind of annoying to draw, but it's fine. We'll just use it. Boop. Okay. Could be worse. So let's see what we're gonna draw. Crucible's fine. Also tempting to go Satellite. This is assuming then I'm going to play these, which I think we probably will. The Lunar Fan makes it a bit better to play a block card on turn 1 because we're not actually losing out too much. We do that. This is a free mana. I don't think it matters too much here. Get the Crucible so we get more stuff in. I think this will be a good time to use our spell for the first time this run as well. We'll do 32 damage accurate, and then we'll put 2 potions in the deck as well. Because we're overdrafting 2 next turn, getting more potions to get our mana back up is kind of important, so yeah. Reasonable setup turn. We have 2 rainbows for next turn as well, so we get to keep our mana going. We do get some barrier despite, from the misfortune there, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, looking pretty solid. It's a lot of potions flying around here. Alright, Refine. I think that's all of our ability-based ones, so Open Universe is a little less good now, but it's still reasonable. We will draw. Probably could have used the Tambourine first, because my hand is too full. I kind of don't want to use it though. I might be trying to hold on to it for too long, to be honest. I'll use it. Put 3 vulnerable down on her. We can probably take her out before we get too deep into the run anyway. Yeah, let's just make a potion, I guess. Yeah, double up on the potion. So yeah, she takes significantly more damage with that going on, so that's kind of cool. Play with Water is free, so we'll do that. Discard. I want to exile that, so I guess we don't bother discarding it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're okay. So, Codex, exiled that. Boop. Now we have no cards left in deck, so cool. We've kind of played everything we need to play. She's doing 8 times 3. I guess I'll just use the block. We'll get Astrology for next turn, seems fair. And yeah, it's looking alright. We got a good amount of damage out before she even gets to do anything, so that's fun. So we might not even get to see Yuko's proper gimmick here because she might die this turn. I don't know if that's actually true because I don't know how I'm killing her this turn, but it's plausible, I suppose. Yuko's gimmick is in her spell card, where she does a little bit of damage, but then she also prevents you from healing and does damage every, like you lose life at the end of your turn. That prevention of healing means that if you have Remilia's card in hand, you will actually take damage regardless of whether or not you've played one of her heal cards, or one of her like attack cards, because you can't gain life anymore. So the whole thing is you are required to gain life, and you just can't. So it sucks. It's really annoying. But we already removed Remy's card anyway, so it wouldn't actually matter here. Yeah, probably fine enough doing that. Rainbow Star Blast could be lethal. How much is that gonna do actually if I just use all of this? 52, 78, not yet. But if I use this one, then we'll gain 4 more rainbows. We place those in here as well. Now it's doing 80 base, which with the 50% more from vulnerable, it's gonna do 120. Take her out before she even gets to play the spell. Yeah, potions are really, really fun. Okay. So a couple of interesting ones to look at here. The Xena cards is an interesting effect. You add black mana as the thing. This is, again, Yuko is black aligned, so that's fine. Whenever you use your spell, you lose 2 life, but you also draw 5 cards, which is crazy. We're putting potions into the deck as well, so when we draw those 5, we gain the ability to like get more of our potions out of the deck that we just put in there, get a huge amount of cool stuff. You would think this would just be the snap pick, but there is another option to go over here as well. But just before we do that, Lunar Soil adds 2 colorless mana to the pool here, and then when you add it, when you get this, you get the Moonscape Misfortune as well. This purifies. We'll probably go over Purify if we get Junko and the fight stuff here, or we'll get it from, you know, some of the other bits. It's effectively just your most abundant mana gets put to colorless instead, so it's kind of annoying. And then Fragments of the World is very enticing, to be honest with you. It adds a blue to the base, But when you get this exhibit, you can replace up to 2 cards in your library with random uncommons or rares. So we could replace the draw, not the draw, the defense, the basic defense ones like block or something, or the basic attack cards, right? Although we won't because we got Remelia, but like you could replace the basic cards, and potentially we could get more potion synergy off of this. Right? Because all the potion cards are uncommons and rares, so like we could actually just get more stuff off of that, which would be very fun. But Xena kind of does make the most sense. We do need more black mana as well. But there is an argument to try and spike with this one, because it would be very nice for some of the stuff here. We'll take Xena though. Okay, so some interesting stuff with it here. Final Spark is more for Marisa B than for Marisa A. It is a global nuke though, so sometimes that is just necessary, right? 32 accurate to everything. There's a few fights in Act 3 which are mob fights, and it's really good there. Loyal Servant is mostly just a Sakuya card, like it's specifically a Sakuya card, but it's like really Sakuya based because she works on extra turns, which we kind of don't. But the other card there is an extra turn card, right? Return up to 3 cards from the discard pile to the hand. You get to keep them, you then take an extra turn, but cards in your next turn will cost 1 more. One thing that I have noticed with this though, because I had a run with this earlier, time limit doesn't seem to affect a card unless it has a numbered cost in the first place, which is weird. Like I was playing with Sakuya, and it's like any of the cards that were like double white mana didn't cost double white plus 1. I'm not sure if that's just a bug or if that's actually how it's supposed to work. Also worth noting, the Tactical Conductor will turn skill cards, even if they are supposed to have an extra cost on them. The Tactical Conductor will remove that cost off of the skill cards. So that's kind of neat too. Is it worth going for here though? Probably not. Unfortunately, I think we're skipping here, which is a shame. But okay, who are we fighting? It's Sanai again. Okay, I think I did fight Sanai the last time too. So Sanai's actually pretty scary here because our best cards are like all abilities right now. Right? All of our big potion generation stuff is ability reliant. So Sanai's actually kind of terrifying. Do we have anything pressing to upgrade here? I want to say no. I want to upgrade these, but I don't really think we need it. Nah. We'll see what we can do here. Ah, the Lovesick Girl. Okay. Unfortunately, Lovesick Girl's things are statuses, not they're not actually skill cards, so they don't get the benefit from other stuff. This is a really bad opening hand. We can't really do anything with this. Ugh, okay. I think the only shot that we have of doing anything reasonable here is to just use this with no extra things so we can get card draw off of Satellite. Okay. That still doesn't really do much, but I suppose we're like getting there. I'm not even sure if I can afford to like Crucible here first. I'm just gonna draw again. Okay. That still doesn't really help. Uh-oh. Let's go there, and I guess, like, play with Walter, see if we get anything. Oh, of course we get these when I can't actually, like, use them. Yeah, we got nothing off of this. That's kind of depressing. Alright, well, -8 life. We do get the barrier at least, but that was very underwhelming. Sometimes it happens, right? Okay, let's get rid of these as quick as we can here. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm happy for you, surely. Gonna have to just... I mean, we've got a lot of barriers, so we maybe don't need to immediately do the thing. I do need to, like, heal here because of this. Bleh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just take the block for... or the scry for next turn. Yeah, I guess we could have gotten rid of it. I was kind of hoping to like get into Codex to remove it though. Maybe I was just going a bit too hopeful on that, but it's fine. Okay. We're fine. Exile the thing. Yeah, see all of the times that we hit her before we get the regrets down, it just doesn't do nearly as much, obviously. So it's not amazing, I'll say that much. Alright, let's see if we can draw into one. Open Universe is interesting. Do we still have Refine Potion? Oh no, like all of the open stuff's all in the discard. Okay, I think we take Open Universe. I'm actually going to remove this because I don't have space to draw it right now. Oh no, I discarded the Open Universe as well. No, that's fine, that's fine. We're just forced to reshuffle. I was gonna use the second one to like go through stuff a bit more. I kind of messed up the ordering a little bit, but it's fine. Oh, we're gonna get it again anyway, so that's okay. And now we actually have Refine Potion in deck, so do that. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, gotta check the card side because you do not want to open Universe and say my hand is full and only get one copy of the card. That would be terrible. So definitely gotta make sure you're paying attention to that first. Yeah, we'll want to. I could hit the status, but I'd rather hit the status with the actual like cards, the other cards we've got here. It's not really getting there, unfortunately, but we'll see. Boop. Gain an extra mana. Do gain the defense, so see if we can get anything. Potions! More potions! We could just, like, kill her without actually having her. Okay, we're at a dead end here. I don't have anything else I can play out of this in terms of advancing the state of play, so we will just do that. Yeah, at this rate, we'll just kill her without actually using the other regrets, which is pretty funny. She's taking 40% less damage from attacks, but 40% is not 100, so, you know, she could just straight up die without that playing all of them. That does happen sometimes. It's amusing. But we did manage to spike it at the end, so we're fine here. Just trying to think if it's even worth doing anything else with it, and honestly, the answer, is yeah, because we can heal too. Keep the rest of these for next turn because we are overdrafted a little bit here. And I mean, she's down to 1. We should be fine anyway, right? I mean, we technically didn't draw it, so maybe not, but we'll get it. There we go. Heal 2. And we basically only lost 1 life for that fight in the end, despite how awkward the turn 1 was. Sometimes you just don't get to draw the good stuff immediately. Not super keen on any of these. We don't quite have enough scry for premeditation to be good, and we don't want to take more abilities because of Sanai. Private Vision is decent, but situational because ungrazable attacks are pretty common, and Serial Cleaver, it's expensive, really. Not the worst card out there, but we're not going for firepower, and I think it's too expensive for the draw 2, personally, so I'm gonna skip. Really not taking a lot of cards off of this one. Okay. And we drew basically dead on the first turn with it here. Oh boy, okay. Huh. Well, I mean, at least we're getting a lot of barriers, so there is that. Not a lot to really speak on turn 1 here. I mean, sometimes you are just gonna draw like 7 or like 5, 6 non-engine, I guess, but like just all the defense cards and stuff with it, you just don't draw what you actually want to play through. But it's okay, because that effectively means that like the next turn is gonna be cracked, right? In theory. Although not with a hand like this. I don't know, this is weird. Reversed Hunger coming in again, but at least we have the card to like mitigate it. So there is that. I feel like I'm probably just going to play enough stuff here that that's going to be fine. Okay, I want to save this until after actually, because I don't want to redraw it. Alright, Scry. That might end up being useful. Okay. Gets us more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do have enough. I should probably use this first though, just so I make sure that I, like, in case I get the another replenish card or something. Double Refine Potion. I can only play 1. How much are we even taking this turn? Quite a bit, right? This might be the turn to use the Ballistic Shield then. Yeah. Fire off that. If I'm using the Ballistic Shield, I don't think I need... I mean, we're taking 20 plus 15, 35. I guess I wouldn't lose Barrier if I did that. Yeah, it's probably fine. It's not like we're killing them immediately, so we probably are better off keeping ourselves safe here. Keep the barrier as long as we can. Okay. What have we even still got in 2 cards here? We got a potion. So we could open Universe a potion. I think it's probably better to just get, do Codex first. Because now we have Refine Potion in the deck, so we can open Universe that. Hang on, double check. 7, yep, we're fine. Because we still have one of those. So we do that. And off to the races from here, right? It's an interesting style of deck because you're not direct attacking nearly as much as you would in certain playstyles, but you still can, but it's not as common, So it's kind of neat. I was thinking about it and I was like, I'm not going to get another chance to really use that here, so we just will. Not enough damage to outright kill it though, right? Unless I use the vulnerable, which I really don't want to do. So we gotta keep going a little bit further. Is that enough actually? We've got 12, 24, and 2 7s is 38. Yeah, that will be enough. So keep hold of that and just use the mana that we have. You don't always have to get super fancy. Good. Oh, okay. Song of the Night Sparrow is interesting because 8 temporary firepower down, if you can get it to land, is enough to nullify like any massive multi-hit attack, right? Unfortunately, Sanai doesn't care because she has Amulet, and if we draw this before we draw the potion stuff, that's just not going to do anything. The other cards I don't really care about here, though. We don't really need emergency defense, and Rocket Broom we just don't want. Witch's Crucible does eat the amulet if you get Witch's Crucible first. We have only pulled one copy of it. Yeah, I'm not going to take anything. Again, just doesn't really seem worth it. This is an interesting one. So, Toyohime over here, you've got two options. You can lose some max life in order to gain Remove Impurity, which normally is a random card in the hand gets pure, which will remove its colored cost. But because we have the watch, they will be upgraded, which the key point is this is really hard to pay, but this will just straight up delete the triple like cost of like Open Universe or something like that, which is really powerful. But they're also like, I need to have a rainbow mana before I can use this, because this is not any color. This is specifically colorless, which we currently cannot pay. So that's a risk. The alternative, if you, I mean, you can just do nothing, but the alternative is you increase your max life by 16, and then you get another Misfortune, which we would also have to remove. I don't think I'm gonna have time to remove that before we get to the final, like we can remove it in the final stage, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to remove that one before we get to Sanai, at the very least, which could be pretty bad, because removing 2 black mana at the start of the turn is kind of devastating. I mean, yeah, max HP for Curse normally sounds kind of stinky, but honestly, like, it's not the worst one out there. And the Remove Impurity can be a bit of a liability, to be honest. But because we do have so many potion generating stuff, I'm gonna go for it this time, because I think we can make use out of it, but it's a bit awkward because we didn't take the Moonscape one from before, like the Lunar Soil. So it's going to be a little awkward. And I mean, we do lose some max life, which, yeah, I don't know. We haven't gained any max life during this run yet, so it is a bit awkward, but we'll be fine. Ah, Dormy. Okay. Right, Dormy. What do we do to you? It's gonna be a bit awkward because I don't know if I'm gonna be able. I mean, I can just use the bomb, so I can always like get through her first turn. Oh yeah, I don't have enough for that outright. Yeah, we just want to get rid of all of those. Redraw. Boop. We haven't got any that are worth removing, so we won't. A white mana from that. Yeah. I mean, we can just attack with this and get through. I'm sort of wanting to go a bit further, though, I'll admit. Do that. Yeah, this will draw 2, so fine. Boop. So we've broken the main bit. Now we get access to this, which I can pay for. Yeah, let's do that. Because we still have this one. Well, admit, I don't usually get access to like multiple refined potions in the same thing, so I'm going to put the vulnerable on her as well, because the potions we draw next turn are just going to kind of go ham with that. Also should use this because we've got Lunar Fan, so even though I don't benefit from this turn, just having extra defense now is really, really good, so... Okay, so now we can start doing some fun stuff. So, Remove Impurity can get rid of the double color cost here. So we pay 1 mana, we removed 2, and now we just get to use that much easier, which is good. Still Codex, get rid of Reversed Hunger. And now these potions are gonna really hurt. Pretty strong. We are at level 4. Like, we're not actually very far into this this one, right? So, yeah, I can actually afford, I think, to use the bomb here. Because I think this just guarantees that we win from here. Wait, how did I draw cards off of that as well? Oh, Xena cards, right. I completely forgot about the Xena cards, I'll be honest with you. It is just, it completely slipped my mind there that we have Xena. Yeah, so we take her out before she even gets to do anything, which is fantastic. Like, turn 2 KO on Doremi, nutters. Tengu's camera probably doesn't benefit us too much here. We do want to set up for a couple of turns. Oh, now see, these are kind of interesting too. Okay, Red Star Explosion doesn't do anything for us because we don't have charge, so we're not bothered about that. Lunar Cycle is really good, especially when it starts upgraded. Yeah, it doesn't draw 2 cards anymore, they did nerf it, but it costs 2, draw a card, and then it costs 1 the next time you use it, so that's really great. Transmigration, though, is ridiculous. Because it doesn't say 1 mana less, it's 1 random mana less, so this can remove colors off of stuff too. And 14 block for 1 is just really powerful in its own right. So that I think is worth it. Okay, what do you want and what do you have? Refined Potion you're not getting. What do you have? Oh, Fires of Hawkeye. Oh, wait a minute, this is actually really good for us, right? Because we've got the Conductor. So it's an expensive card to play, but... And if we upgrade this, we get to trigger it immediately as well. We get a random skill that will cost nothing, basically, because we have the Conductor. If we upgrade it, it still would cost 1, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we just get a random skill like at the start of the thing. This is fine. I will pay for that. Thank you very much. I should mention the other ones here as well. Charge Conversion is a blue Marisa card that if you're in charge can give you a lot of draw and a lot of extra mana as well, which is pretty fun, but we're not in charge, so we're not doing that. And Broken Timeline, I honestly don't quite understand the point of this card, to be honest. It's a cheap like turn ender, so I guess if you've got damage over like time effects, it's kind of nice, but you don't gain mana at the start of the turn. We could still technically do something with potions here, but we don't have that strong a potion generation setup, so yeah, it's not that great here. It's a weird card, but you do get to use it twice, so it's like, I think the point of this is if you have a ton of... Sakuya can do a decent amount of damage over time effects, like at the end of turns, and if you have a bunch of that set up, you can do that multiple times. I think that's what it's designed for. The problem is Red Sakuya isn't really doing that. Like, if you're going Red Sakuya, it's because of Ripper and Fog. You don't need this card, so I don't really see the purpose of it, to be honest. Yeah, it could be playable because of the overdraft stuff that we have here. That is true. Yeah, so, yeah, maybe I'm underestimating it, I don't know. Only 198, yeah, we need to hit Yukari here, for sure. So then it's best to go here just in case we wouldn't... Oh. Well, we're losing a bit of life here because we don't want to accept the Lily here, so... I don't think I saw this one before, actually. I should probably have explained this event. You get the choice of either taking the Lily, which full heals you, gives you 4 extra max life, but you get a misfortune that if it's in the hand at the end of the turn, you get free poison, so more damage to you later. Or you can take a bunch of damage, but then you get the Lily, which it's a tool that when you use it, you gain 3 different colors of mana, like 3 mana of different colors for the turn. One of which is black mana, so we do actually like it because of that. We might not be able to use all the colours, but we can use the black mana, so... And the rest of them are just colours. Oh, good lord, this fight. Okay. Bath City on this one. And we can't use the remove impurities. This is not a good hand to start with off of this either. Okay. So, the biggest annoyance with this one is the Fox Yokai will charm to make it so you can only play 3 cards in a turn, which is horrific for us here. We really hate to see that. The problem is I don't have anything I can really do turn 1 to go against that, so this sucks. There's not much I can say about it. It just sucks. And these are like poison generating ladies as well, so that's also pretty bad. I'm actually gonna bomb straight away here. I hate using the bomb because I already used it against like Dormy and whatnot, but I need to get more stuff going here. So that is what we shall do. Okay, so now, yeah, we can't use Fires of Hawkeye, so there's not really a choice with it there. That is fine. I want to refine potion, I think. Let's do our usual here. Yeah, I really don't like quote-unquote wasting the draw, but I absolutely have to like do as much as I can to get through these. This is a horrific fight to do in our situation. Because yeah, 3 cards per turn. What am I supposed to do with that, huh? Alright. I guess we just try for as many potions as we can and just see if we can just kill them all with that. We did not. Okay. Codex out of the way. I mean, at least we killed them, but killing them gets more poison on us, so we are taking a little bit more damage here. Unless this... Does this count now? Oh, hey, cool. We didn't lose... Okay, we didn't lose the stuff because of that. That's great. We also gained... Yeah, we gained life because of the eye cream. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That could have gone a lot worse. Water Blanket is interesting because this is a skill, so we do lose a cost on this. Optical Camouflage halves the damage that you take, and because it's a skill, it's got the Watch upgrade as well. This is something I will take. Because being able to take half damage for 2 turns, that's really good for 2 mana. So that is one I am willing to go on with. Fires of Hawkeye, upgrade please. We do get rid of the thing to get the border sensor now, so we can do the final fight. And yeah, alright. Shiki time. So now we get to see what Marissa's fight would be like as well, because it is a mirror image thing here. So Marissa has the trait Might Makes Right. Luckily we do nothing with firepower, so this isn't going to affect us whatsoever, but essentially if you ever gain firepower in the fight, Marissa, the boss, will also gain the same amount of firepower. If it's temporary, then she will also have temporary firepower. Thankfully we don't have to worry about that, so we are good to go. What we do care about though is potions, and lots of them. I think I want to overdraft a little bit here, and we'll do the half damage now. I'll keep these in hand. I mean, this doesn't stay in hand, but like I'll keep these in hand for next turn. But yeah, they're not going to do a lot of damage to me, which is fine. There's Fires of Hawkeye, which I can just use. So we'll show it off. Why not? So we use this. We will gain a skill card, a random skill card. In this case, it's Borrowed Materials, and it would cost 1, but with our Conductor, it costs 0. So that's kind of good. We can do some good work with that. So we'll just use that now. It is the base form, it is not the upgraded form, so we do overdraft 2 off of that, which is maybe a little bit tough to swallow, but it's fine. Just thinking through, we don't really have a hand at the moment that wants Remove Impurity, so I can probably ditch that. But we do have the potential to like scry again for it, so yeah, let's just keep it for now. So we'll use this, scry again, see if I get... not really, but I guess it kind of works because if we remove this, this just costs nothing at that point. So that's probably fine. We do that. Cost 0. I think this means we do kind of need to go in with Rainbow Star Blasto. Unfortunate, but probably for the best. 60? Yeah, we can do that. I mean, it does more because of well, one more because of the lock-on. Yeah, that'll be fine. So that triggers this. It's still a black card, even if it's being purified. So we still get the extra draw. We'll use that. See what we get. Oh, we do get it again. That's kind of neat. Draw again. It's always fun. Now we can actually make full use out of this card, because we'll be able to make this cost nothing, or like 1, which is good. So we'll do that. We haven't actually gained life this turn yet, which is a little bit annoying. Try again. Exile it. Yeah, that's probably fine. That's what I was hoping for in the end, right? Do we do anything else? I mean, we already have enough block and everything, so we're not taking any damage there. That's great. What have we got in the discard that I could use that with? Probably borrow materials seems to... Oh, craft potion's probably a good one for it. Yeah, so... that seems tempting. Yeah, so we'll use this, gain some block, put craft potion on the top. I'm tempted just to draw it as well. But I can't really play any of the other cards that we have there. Okay, this is something I'm not actually sure on. I don't know if this is going to remove the overdraft debuff. But let's try it. It does not, but I did need life heal anyway, so it's fine. It was worth a try, because I've not actually attempted that interaction before, so I thought it's worth looking at. Okay. So we cannot... Oh, this is the skill card that we get this turn? That's stupid. Can't use that one. Yeah, idiot. Whatever. So 12 and 16 is probably fine just to attack a little bit here. We have enough blocks so we don't take damage through the barrier, or to our barrier, so that's fine. Yeah, so I think if you dine and dash, then basically this is the starting point for what your sins would be. Oh, this is good though. Full Moon Howl, temporary fire down, and vulnerable. So that's really nice. We can exile the other misfortune. Okay. Guess we're going in with materials this time. Yep, a woo indeed. So now, what do we put back on top? Open Universe, probably. Although, if we put Open Universe, there's not really anything we can do with it. Right, because I don't exactly have anything else in deck that I want to use it on. So, that's probably not the right answer. Refine Potion's probably better. And draw that. Boop. Boop. Discard the Refracted Sunlight so we don't take damage at the end of the turn. And, wow, it took one of the black costs off it. That's kind of cool. Put that on. Draw. Gain an extra mana. And, ship it. 102. It's pretty good. I know we could have done more with it, but that's still pretty good. So many potion hits. Runaway is really bad, actually, because it just discards our entire hand, so it only draws cards when it's upgraded, so that's not one I really want to use here. Also, her attack is ungrazable, so it wouldn't do anything for us here anyway. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna ship it all this turn because we'll get something out of this, surely. We do. I don't know if that... I mean, no, Rainbow Star Blast is fine. How much is this doing? It's doing 84, so get out of here. Also, she dies to poison? No, she does not die to poison. She's on 2. Well, we can show this anyway. It's not going to do anything for us because we don't get anything out of it. Once Marisa's had a couple of turns, she does gather strength for a bit, and then she Master Spark, or Final Sparks, we should say, for 40 damage, which is a lot of damage, but yeah, doesn't matter when we can just heal and do that. Boop. But yeah, she charges up for after doing a few different attack stuff, and then just sparks for 40. Okay. We could take the second borrow materials. It is a good card. Fluorescent Forest is one that I always want to be good, but just never ends up actually working for me. Like, it just doesn't do anything in the end. It puts a potion in the discard pile at the end of every turn. I get if you had a lot of them and you were like turboing through the deck, it's probably fine, but it's just not quite there. And then Unknown Fever does poison-based stuff, which we are not really worried about here. Also, yeah, it's an ability, so Suneye makes it kind of painful anyway. I'll take a second Borrow though. Borrow is really strong, so we'll do that. TNT or the Sunflower. The TNT is different from our previous run. At the start of your 4th turn, it does 25 damage to every enemy. So, cool. That's not the worst thing in the world. I'll probably just want to take the Sunflower though, because we just want extra damage out here, right? Or extra mana so we can do more with Rainbow Star and stuff. So, yeah. We'll just take that. We do have a Misfortune to get rid of, but I also don't have a ton of money right now. We'll go for it anyway. Why not? Well, we're gonna get some more money anyway. So, Hatate, this one is like, have an interview, you can answer the question, or you could just leave. I don't know what happens if you just leave, actually. I don't know if she has like a negative effect on it. But we get a choice of like 4 different things as to why are we in this in the first place. If you take the noble option, you gain a tool card that gives you 30 power, like 3 times. It does not exile itself like most tools, but it also doesn't replenish. So that's a thing. It costs 1 mana, so I guess that's fine. But like gain 30 power is really good actually. So that's not too bad. If you choose to gain a bunch of money, then you get a ton of money, but you also get the negative news one, which you've got to pay a mana to lose 30 power. Also doesn't like replenish or exile or anything like that. So it's a dud card, but it's at least a playable dud card. If you don't know what you're doing, you can gain the Entertainment tool, which draws until you have a full hand. That's kind of insane. But the downside is you get a Misfortune, which starts in your opening hand every single time. So your opening hand becomes 1 weaker, but you get the tool card that can, for 1 mana by the way, draws until your hand is full. So that's cool. And then the last one, if you take the heal, you get a tool that gains lock on. So again, kind of a dud card, but I usually just take the negative news because it's not the worst thing in the world here. No, Hinadol, yeah. If you have a Hinadol, you don't have the Befuddlement in that one, which is fine, because that's a pretty good effect to have around on stuff, but yeah. So that might not be a card we get to remove at all, but even if we don't, it's not the end of the world here. Okay, this fight's kind of annoying. I mean, it's not the worst one out here, but it certainly is a bit of a butt. The Tengu will do 6 damage to you at the start of the first time you play a card every turn, and the Wolf Tengu gains firepower every time you play a defense card. So that also gets kind of irritating, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. Luckily, we have the Karakasa, so we don't have to play a defense card. That's kind of what they're baiting you into, right? It's like, play a defense card so that you don't take damage off the Tengu, who, by the way, also starts with 2 grays, which is annoying. But you play the defense card, and it's like, oh, now I have firepower. And, yeah, pain in the ass is what it is. But it's okay, because we have the Karakasa, so we don't have to play one immediately, which is good. But I will still play one, because, you know, 31 barrier, kind of a lot. You know, I want that. So, we will do that. Let's get ourselves the potion pool. And then I'm probably going to take a second one, to be honest, because that is also really good. Yeah, I'm going to give her the second. I think I'll actually take that on top of that. Yeah, I'll do. So the first thing that the Crow Tengu does is give both of the like everybody on their party 2 grays, which is also really annoying. Can you tell I don't like this fight? Yeah, very irritating stuff coming out of her for the most part, but it's fine. Alright, let's have some fun with this hand, right? Oh, we got a colorless mana over that? What a ripoff. Yeah, skill card. Oh, it's one of the best ones too. I've been wanting to get this card throughout the entire fight, like stage thing that we go. There's 2 cards that I've really wanted this entire time. Product of Failure is one of them. Cooling Agent is the other, but we just didn't find it. Oh well. Maybe we still could, but not holding out hope on that one. Yeah, you put 2 potions into your deck for 2. Normally it's 2 black mana. You put 2 potions into your deck and then you add a Shadow. Shadow is something that a lot of the stronger black cards do, because they do like really good effects, but then they give you this dud card that clogs up the deck as well. If we had waste utilization, we could use that dud card and do some fun stuff with it. But we don't, so we'll just have to keep going. Alright, see if we can draw more pots. We did not draw any potions. That's unfortunate. And we're not drawing any for a while either. Yikes. Ship it. That did nothing. Great. Okay. Well, that could have gone better. Let's just get rid of one of the grace points, I suppose. And keep our barrier alive so we can... Because we're not able to defend as well this turn, so also vulnerable is a thing, and the Crow Tengu does get affected by vulnerable, so oh, this is a cool one. It's a blue-black card from Yukari. Scry 4, draw 2, and then shuffle your discard into the deck. It's neat, I like it. We got Refine in the discard. No, we got Crucible in the discard. I've used both Refines. Okay. So... just trying to think what I even want to do then. It's a curious turn. Let's go ahead and scry first. Get as many of these potions out as possible. We might, yeah, just like kill the Crow Tengu first. Oh, just kill her first, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then the deck did just get shuffled, so open universe. I mean, we can just kill with the healing, right? Not quite actually, but that's fine. Open universe. I actually think I want to just heal, right? 185, yeah. So I'm gonna open universe, grab the heal. Gets us back up to max health here as well. Yeah, it's very easy just to get in one mindset with this and just like keep... oh, this is good. Just keep like going and going with the same normal game plan when you could just kill in like 2 steps instead of 20. That's one of the beauties of this thing. Anyway, I'm taking Stargazing because even though it doesn't get reduced by the thing, Scry 7 is ridiculous. And if we don't want it for that turn, well, we can't afford it that turn, because it's upgraded, we get to keep it. So, really, really good. There it is! Ah! Oh, this is the shot for me. Oh, and we get smart. Oh my, this is the shot for me. Oh boy. Can I even afford to remove a card out? I can afford to remove a card out of this, right? Oh, this is so good. Okay, let's go over the stuff that I really like out of this. First off, smart speaker. When we picked this up, I mean, we picked this up in the previous run for Reimu too, actually. I could only use it on Free Fly at that point because that's just the best card I had for it. But this time I can use it on Open Universe, and we can just take whatever card we want out of the deck, which is crazy good. That is the best like synergy setup we could have for it. So that's the first one. Second one, the Crystal Mirror is ridiculously good too. Whenever you scry 2 additional cards. So your Astrology becomes scry 5, which is just super powerful in its own right as well. That Stargazing that we just got is like scry 9 with this. Utterly insane. Lunar Veil is also pretty solid. You gain Flawless for the first turn. This isn't as good as I would like for what we're fighting though, because it doesn't do anything in Sage's fight, and it doesn't do anything in Sanai's fight because they don't attack you on the first turn. So we're not picking this up, but it is a very good one if you're fighting, say, Vermilion, or it would have been good against the Stage 2 bosses as well. Cooling Agent is what I've been hoping for this entire time. This is the whole reason why I wanted to go Blue Marisa, because now our potions can apply cold as well. Yes, it's another ability, and that means that Sanai is going to get more powerful, but I think we can work around that. Cold is ridiculously good with potions, because it basically means your potions do plus 18 damage every single time, which is absurd. Reign of Hell is also super good. This ability lets you do extra damage for every card that you played. We are playing like 20 plus cards per turn on average when we get like decent draw setups going, so we can easily do 40, or if we upgrade this, like 60 damage at the end of the turn as well. And it does it to everything, so if Saja does the summon thing on her first turn, then all of those enemies are dying as well, which is really cool. Finally, I mean, Borrow Materials is great too, but we already have 2 of this, so probably don't need a third one. Hand Warmer is surprisingly good because we have it upgraded thanks to the watch. This is great. Concentration doesn't do anything for us because we haven't used overdrive effects, but overdrive, we can actually see it from up here. The overdrive effect is for the charge mechanic, where it consumes the charge if you have enough of it, and then gives you a bonus effect. If we were, not that we will, but if we were to take Shoot the Moon as well, then our 1 concentration would be consumed for that entire charge effect, which is very cool. But I want this because it's 0 mana, draw 3 cards. So I'm just taking it for that, but that's good enough. So let's prioritize the stuff. We want to remove the Frail Misfortune, which is here. We want to remove this. We want the Smart Speaker for Open Universe. So now we will always start with Open Universe in our opening hand, which is great. We want this, and we want this, and we want this, because we have a decent amount of scry here. The other thing that could potentially be taken here is the Disposable Amulet. This gives you resistance to the first like debuff that you would get in a fight, and yes, it always starts in your opening hand, but it does have replenish, so it doesn't take an opening draw, which is nice. Again, it might be worth just like saving, even if it is just a little bit, it might be worth just saving this money for the final stage, to be honest. Because Amulet is good, but I don't think I really need it here. Yeah, Sanai is kind of annoying with her spirit down on the first turn, but I think we can handle that. So I'm going to save the rest of it. It's not a lot of money, but given that we're 40% off on anything, that could be enough to get an exhibit at the final thing here. Cool, okay. The one thing about Cooling Agent though is we need to upgrade it immediately because it costs like 2 less when you do so. So yeah, we are going for that for sure. Okay, one really fun thing about the Clownpiece fight is you get a rainbow mana at the start of every turn, because that's just what Clownpiece does here. So we can use that to remove the impurity off of Open Universe. So now it only costs 1, and we can just get this effect for free. That is so fun. Okay, we still just want Refine though. Does it cost 2 less if you Open Universe it? Nah. No, it does not. Alright, let's get this underway. Fires of Hawkeye. We can't play that at the moment. But I guess it's possible. Now we can. Okay, that's good. Fire away. Oh, Improv is nice. Normally 2 mana, draw 3. If you're in Burst, which is the charge mechanic, you gain extra mana. We're not gonna get into Burst, obviously, but still pretty good. We'll take it. I'm just gonna ship like all the mana here, to be honest, because I want to draw with this too. Get that. That one. What have we got discarded at the moment? Play with Water is pretty good. Craft Potion is actually nice too. Yeah, we'll gain Craft. To put an extra 1 on. Yep. We don't have anything for Remove Impurity right now, but we could potentially get it with Stargazing. But then I wouldn't have enough mana to actually use it, which is a shame. But yeah, 9 cards in here. Cooling Agent seems pretty good. Let's just grab that. I mean, it's good, but we can't quite use it yet. Whoops. Need a little bit more mana first. See if I can get the... Oh, I'm not gonna have enough space, am I? That's a shame. How many potions do I still have? 3? I guess it's possible then. Yeah, okay, we got there. Good. We got there, but I'm kind of wondering if I want to use this first. I sort of do. I have 10 cards in hand though, so I need to work that through first. Let's... This will be fine, because if we do this, exile the negative news. We get the potion anyway, so that's good. Refine potion comes in as well, of course it does. Does that just kill her if we do refine? I mean, I think it kills her if we do cold. So, that. And then here, we want to do that. Because if that doesn't kill her outright, which it doesn't, we can just Rainbow Star Blast and that will finish her off. FTK, let's go. Cold, the Cooling Agent doesn't stack, that's why I didn't use it on that. Unfortunately, because imagine applying Cold twice on that would be stupidly good, right? Okay, Ice Cube is good. If we play 5 blue mana, then we gain 6 barrier. Keep in mind that Rainbow counts for this, just like it did for the Peony Stone in the Reimu one. So we have basically a lot of barrier coming our way with that. None of these are super good, and just to look at them anyway. Peak Perfection is one. Oh, this is actually a really nice artwork for this now too. This changed somewhat recently. Peak Perfection is a card that works with discard synergy. We only have one card to discard, so we're not taking this one. This is what it used to look like, so it's like, man, this is a glow up of a art change for sure. Yeah, so we're still skipping this, but that's fine. Let's go upgrade Cooling Agent, because it only costs 2 now, which is really good. We didn't get to upgrade the Refine Potions in the end, but as you can see, we really didn't need to. It would be nice, because it's like every potion we don't draw in the one turn, they get more powerful, but it's not that big of a deal here. So I think we're fine. Alright, we're on turn 5 of the Sunflower, so we have extra mana here as well. That is very good. Where is my Refine? They're at the top, yeah. Refine Potion. So we're going to be giving Sanai a lot of firepower here, which is scary, but not unbreakable. So I think we'll be okay. Let's get rid of this green mana as well. You know, the one thing we're missing from this is the Leaky Ladle. That would have been really fun too, as a... Oh dear. Okay. Wait, isn't this supposed to be Scry 5? Why are we seeing 7 cards here? Oh, no, it is Scry 7. Why is it Scry 7? Oh, because it's upgraded. Right, okay, I got that at the start of the fight. I missed that, so it's fine. Yeah, I missed it got upgraded. I don't think I'm going to have enough mana to play this as well. I might actually be exiling the Rainbow Star Blast this turn. Which is unfortunate, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have the mana to spend, so... We'll do Cooling... And yeah, I'm going to exile Rainbow Star Blast. I want the extra mana around. This is unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate, but we can just discard it, so... that one. And... if I use one of these, we have enough for Fires of Hawkeye, so we will use that too. I know, again, we're giving her a lot of firepower, I do realize that, but it's worth it, trust me. Alright, exile that. Okay, so now we've chewed through her amulet using Cooling Agent, so from here on out she will have cold applied if we get that far, which is very good, that's what we want. So now... Yeah, see now she's affected with cold because we punched through all of this stupid amulet that she starts with. Right, let's just ship all the mana here because we might be able to FTK this, to be honest. I'm going to ship this one too because it exiles itself, so we've got 2 uses of it. One for this fight, one for the final fight. So that's fine. And then we can Scry 9. Oh yeah, the oil. I didn't even mention the oil. It's like you spend black mana and you gain money for the first couple of times you do so. It's kind of nice, I suppose. Well, we're not killing her, I don't think. Wait, we have... Do we have a black card in hand? We don't, but we're using a black card here, so I think what we want to do, actually, is go Satellite. So we can draw 2. Yeah, Satellite for the extension is absolutely for sure. I think we might not be able to fit Witch's Crucible in here as well. Because I'm just trying to see, like, where else do we go from there? And I think it's got to be get rid of Witch's Crucible, because we might be able to extend with this as well. So let's ship this, see what we can do with that. Yeah, you can see 18 damage off of that potion now because of the cold. So extend with Satellite. Not exactly where we want to be with it, but but that's fine. So this is as far as the turn's gonna go, which is a shame, but it's okay. We can still use the blanket, so we take half damage for the next bit. Put a card of choice back on top, which is most likely just this one. We could bomb, but I don't think we need to bomb. We could though. I would like 2 bomb charges for Sager, is the only thing. It's like, and I'm just thinking, do I really need to bomb this? Maybe if we want to guarantee win this turn, yes, but even then, I mean, yeah, because we have a scry here, so we could. Then I'm guaranteed to only have 1 bomb for Sager. No, it's fine. We can get away with that. Because this is potentially an FTK, so... Because there's all 3 potions from the thing to remove the impurity here. Unfortunately, because of having to exile Rainbow Star Blast, I don't just have the final win con here, which is a shame, but it's fine. Just gotta do that. So now we can... it's gonna be a bit annoying, like, drawing those dead cards again, right? But it's okay. Go there. So close. And I do not have another black card that I can play. Yeah, unfortunate, but it's not too bad. So let's just play out the rest of the attacks that we can then. Got really close though. It's going to be down to 35 on the first turn, which is quite something. Back to the Future was black, but I just didn't have enough cards left afterwards to, like, I didn't have I had too many cards in hand. That was the problem. So we forced it to go to the heal phase immediately, which is pretty great. Oh yeah, we also got Craft Potion off of the Fires of Hawkeye, so I guess we'll just set that up. Boop. Yeah, Cold, because it's life loss, goes beyond Barrier, by the way, so that's also really fun. Let's exile this, and boop. She still again didn't get to attack, so that's the main thing. I have FTK'd Sanai before with Potion Marisa, but just not this time around. Bottled Soul is more black, which is fine. Dole of Announcing Spring, Green Marisa doesn't really do much for potion stuff, so I'm not really too worried about that. But you gain 15 life when you play a spell. That's kind of nice. So it's nice to have the Lily Doll around. And the Gungnir makes all of your attacks accurate, which is decent. Probably also don't need the red mana though. So we'll take the Bottled Soul, because it's the best one that we have here, so... Starlight Convergence. Never really liked this card, to be honest. But I guess if you've got a ton of Rainbow to, like, place into it, it's fine. The Typhoon still costs 2 mana to play as well, though, which is very annoying. Replenish Fuel is a card for your charge-based stuff. Discard any number of cards in hand. For each one discarded this way, gain a charge. Only costs 1 mana to do, which is 0 because of the Conductor. So you could feasibly take it as a way to, like, pare the hand down. I don't think it's that important though. It's also not a black card, it's red-blue, so that doesn't matter. And then Bat Incarnation, very decent card to be honest, especially when upgraded. Tactical Conductor makes this cost 2, which is good. 5 temporary firepower, 5 grays. This is good against the second attack from, or like the first attack from Sager, because it's 8 attacks, like small hits. So you graze 5 of them, which is pretty good. Really lessens the burden on your initial block. But I don't know. It's fine. Probably don't really have the space for it though. I mean, I don't really need it, is the thing. So, maybe it's not correct, but I'm gonna skip anyway. Because if that 5 money actually comes in handy for it, that would be very hilarious. Another Witch's Crucible. Visionary tuning is really good. We had this in the Reimu run as well, as how we powered the Lunatic Dream. Starry Flight is actually way better than it sounds. This card doesn't look very good, but it's mistranslated. I should say it's the keyword is incorrect. This gains 12 barrier, and then every time an unstable potion is used, it also gains more barrier. Again, doesn't sound that great, but think how many potions we've been using in a lot of these turns, right? And realize that, wait a minute, that just gives you like 20 plus barrier in one turn, right? This card's, because it gives barrier and not block as its initial effect, this card is better than it looks. It should be for a rare, let's be honest, but yeah, I never liked this one until I was kind of forced to take it in one of the runs. I think it was like a transform card I ended up getting, and yeah, it turns out it's actually really good. So, you know, couldn't complain in the end. Tengu Clogs is just an obvious one to take, gain a firepower here, so that's obviously really good. The Gun Watch is potentially decent, but it's a 50-50 because it's only one weakness or vulnerable, and Sage doesn't attack on her first turn, so if you get the weak, then it's just not going to do anything. So we're not spending on that. And the bottle, again, you're not going to spend on that because it doesn't do anything anymore, but it's a little bit of heal, a little bit of firepower in spell card power. Yeah. For the thing. So yeah, more replenish fuel too. Kind of interesting. So definitely take the clog. And then it's really just a choice between removal or tuning plus Starry Flight. I'm okay with having the other card. I'm going to take the tuning Starry Flight here. Simply because the barrier is good. I mean, the other thing we could have taken is this, but I have optical camo from the Notori card. So I don't really need that. And this, not going to take enough out of it. So, yeah. Get an extra firepower for our potions and go from there. And hey, would you look at that? That 5 money actually mattered. So, I'm okay with this. Let's upgrade one of the refined potions, because this is going to be useful for this fight since we don't get to kill her in one turn anyway. So we can open universe the upgraded one and just get the bonus effect as well. So I think that's the right play to make here. So that's what we shall do. Alright, Sager, what do you got for us this time? I was going to say, it would have been very funny if we just opened with the... oh, we got Starry Flight too, though. It would have been very funny if we just opened with the upgraded Refined Potion just to spite me. No. It would have been stupid, but it's fine. Alright. Go, my potions! Gain ourselves a bunch of barrier. Gain it from this as well. And now exile. Get rid of that immediately is really nice to see. Do that one. And we are basically set up here. That's... Thinking we would like... Probably Starry Flight back, to be honest. And that. Alright. Losing the blue mana doesn't really matter too much here. We still have a rainbow, so it's fine. The teapot. Okay, so we're debuffed for the rest of the fight. That's kind of painful, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay. So... kind of want a Back to the Future, but I think it's probably best to stargazing here. Fires of Hawkeye is one that I want for sure. Oh, we could chain that into... Yeah, we chain that into Remove Impurity. That's pretty good. Because then we can make it cost nothing, which is nice. So yeah, we'll do that. Hand Warmer. Impurity, let's remove that, so it costs 0. Grimoire Study. Fascinating, okay. This is a really intriguing skill to get. So, yeah, you lose a life. Who cares, we can regen. For each mana that you spend, you get a rainbow at the end of your turn. So we get extra mana for however many turns we think this fight is going to go on for. That's interesting enough. Let's do that for 3 turns then. Because I think we could potentially do this in 4. So what else do we want to do? I want to keep this for later because we want to be able to remove Vulnerable. Weakness is annoying, but it's not the end of the world here. So we have so much barrier, by the way, because of the Starry Flight. So it's really it's showing up right now. We use that now, so we just get also the Ice Cube. It's kind of doing a lot of work. So I think we have to remove that here as well. Yep. Just draw through. Do we need to discard any of this? I don't think so. Alright, Cooling Agent. Visionary Tuning. We can gain either of these. We'll just gain the Flame because I don't think we have enough stuff to worry about the other side anyway. Still more that we can do, because Back to the Future is a good card. You can also just Bomber this turn as well. That's probably also fair. Get more potions in the set. I kind of forgot like the card draw being a thing, but it's fine. So we've capped out in terms of how much damage we can do. So the rest of it now is just set up for the next turn. Not really sure there's much else I want to set up, to be honest. I guess I could life heal. That's probably also fine. Just get that back. So we are retaining 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can get away with that. Oh, no, we're getting that one too. Okay, so we're gonna have too much in hand. It's fine. We still have 99 parry. Oh, this is funny. So much barrier here. Okay. Draw through. You can just see how much extra damage it, because it doesn't even matter that she has like weakened us, because the cold just does so much. The problem is we're kind of done from here, right? I don't have much else to do any sort of potion generation, so the rest of it we just have to kind of rely on what little... No, this really is the main thing that we need to get. So might be a little bit tough from here, but that's fine. Singing 2, don't really... I mean, I want to remove the vulnerable, I suppose, so we will do that. Definitely need this. I think the rest of this is fine. Craft. Man, there's a lot of mana in this. Not a lot else, but there's a lot of mana. So I guess that counts as something. What else we got? Guess we can swing with that. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have too many mana cards right now. Not a problem you would expect to say, but we've got plenty of damage output for this turn now. That's probably worth taking. What else don't we want for the future? Probably don't need that. Probably don't, well, we don't need that because she's not attacking next turn. This might still be worth keeping because of the place on top of deck. So then we're drawing this, and we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 3. Yeah, so we get 2 other cards. Okay. So ship it basically. And then everything except 1 rainbow, so I can still use borrow. Actually, just do that. So then we do borrow first, and then this for the rest of it. It's not amazing, but it does get most of the damage output down, and we have plenty of rainbows for the next turn as well. 41 damage, that's an awful lot. Oh, Meltdown is interesting. I don't think we can use it too well here. Exile a card from the hand and gain mana equal to the cost, and then add a rainbow to the hand. It's been a while since I've had that card. It's a good one, but I don't think we can really do anything with it here. We don't exactly have a lot that's worth removing anyway. I mean, I guess I could just remove the block just to get rid of it. We are still getting a rainbow at the end of this turn. So what do we want? Craft pot? Craft pot. Yeah, it's all mana generation and not like any actual hit here. That's the one unfortunate thing, because now she's also going to remove the poison at the start of the turn, so we might struggle to like close this out in a reasonable time frame. So, we'll see. Also, Fires of Hawkeye's not going to charge if I don't have space for it, so... Ugh. Whoops. So she's given the pendant now, so now she's got summons as well. This can interrupt potions, which is a little annoying, but we'll see how that turns out. I'm gonna have to just like Rainbow Star Blast to everything here, right? So I've got so much generation for it, I just have to get it. Do we have that in the... we have that in the deck, yeah. Also, this is kind of just doing nothing for us now, I suppose, so could probably just... Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. It matters in terms of just how much like stuff I have to play. So I probably do just want to get rid of it. Because we're never getting to another bomb anyway, so... Yeah, this is kind of why I wanted to like save the bomb against Sunai, because I figured this might end up happening where we just get into a spot where this kind of doesn't like go anywhere. It's a weird one. We'll keep the rest of that. Remove impurities best on this now, I think. We've still got a little bit of draw potential, so I think it is worth using the rainbows here to go for Star Blast. Yeah, Codex is also possible. There's 8 cards left and it is in there. Let's just go for that first. Okay, that's reasonable. Do that. Starry Flight, I guess that's fine. Can't really get anything out of the extra barrier and stuff for it now. But whatever. It is a black card after all, so we can gain extra draws. I didn't get it though. This is starting to get a little close. Probably don't need this one. It's not going to do enough damage at this point. There it is. Okay. So then we want to maximize the amount of mana that we have in general for this. So the fun thing is we're really just not like actually taking damage from her per se, because we just have so much barrier already set up, so we can kind of afford to just play like the longer game with it here. Just gotta just watch how much I overdraft the next turn as well. Might just have to take a setup turn here. We're not getting the rainbow from the Grimoire anymore, so I think that's fine. And then place all of this. It's gonna do just 85. It's kind of depressing to be honest, but that's just how much weakness debilitates here. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to close this out, because we didn't get any like non-ability based potion cards, so once we burn through all of that, there's not a lot left for it. Okay, Yuki Onna Visitation could actually be kind of nice. Just called to 2 random enemies. It's random though, so that's gonna be tough. Okay. Let's do something like this, I think. Oh, it's back in the deck. Oh, I messed up. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I was looking for the Rainbow Starving again. It's back in the deck. That's not useful. Yeah, see, that didn't go where we would want it, obviously. Too bad. Yeah, just get rid of the stupid card. Eventually, we'll run it out. See, I don't even want to do another one of these, but I probably should. Yeah, we will. Rebellion's gonna cost just the black mana, that's fine, we can do that. Yeah, it's weird just how this one's gone. This is what we want. I don't think we want to discard any of these. Just get it all set up again. Get that. And fire it all off. It's doing 74. Halfway there. Alright. Almost there. Whoa, that was weird. You see the attack from these guys just like appear on this side of the screen? That was bizarre. Okay. So the last card that we played was black, so we can gain some block and just draw extra. We're almost out of a barrier from that too. That was spooky. Do that to get more. Discard 3. Can I? Which ones can I even afford to discard at the moment is the question. Probably just the attacks, right? Yeah, I think so. Maybe the other alternative is to do this first, so we can try and... Oh, I was hoping it would hit her there. Yeah, this is getting a bit scary, I'll admit. We are not in the greatest of spots for it here. Luckily our deck is like super small as well at this point, so it's not too difficult to get back to Rainbow Star Blast. It's just, oof, you know? Let's go for Stargazing, see what we can get out of it here. Yeah, Devil's Codex is doing a lot of work here. Yes, that is very true. Because yeah, the deck being this small means we should be able to take her out next turn. Yeah, let's get set up with that. Codex can exile the block. So now we basically have everything set for hopefully taking her out in the following turn. These guys are doing an awful lot though. I'm a bit spooked, I'm not gonna lie. We're not taking 0 damage this turn, I think, that's for sure. We gotta discard 3 is the thing here. I really don't want to discard all 3. But I guess we have to, because we discard that, and I guess it's gotta be that, which is unfortunate. I wanted to use that, but... thing of choice should probably... Actually, it should probably be one of these. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use one in order to use the other as well, so... Overdrafting 3, it's kind of a lot, but... Get one of those back on top of the deck for next turn. And that should be it. Oh no, we actually don't take damage here. Huh. We're just okay. There's the cup, finally, to remove all of our exhibits, but we're fine. Okay. And then this should be it. We are taking actual damage now, because yeah, we did take a little bit there, but that is fine. Just get as much mana as we can. This is why the teapot is such an annoying one to deal with, right? Because this took so much more effort than it needed to. We finally lost weakness through that as well, like that's why we did so much there. 157, that's what we should have hit like ages ago, but we just had weakness on us the entire time, and it was, aggravating. So normally we would like to get stuff like Luminous Forest. No, yeah, I think is it Luminous Forest? The defense one that gives you potions. We want more non-ability cards that give potions here as well, but sometimes you just don't get that. Sometimes you only get it from the abilities, and then it's kind of a one-shot wonder sort of deck at that point, but it works out. We got there, and we did 2 bosses without taking damage, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, hit over 100 damage in 1 attack. It's always neat. Cool. So, because for YouTube stuff, we're not going to be going over this one again because we got plenty of good stuff out of this. I want to just briefly go into the collection again and show some of the potion stuff that we didn't get, to show some of the alternative ways that you can end up doing stuff with this. So, if we go in, we go Marisa, probably up by rarity is the best one here. So, we did briefly see Product of Failure. If you manage to get a bunch of these, yeah, they're expensive with 2 black mana, but you just get a skill card that gives you all of the potions to the deck, which is great. The other major ones I think are all higher rarity here. There is, yeah, Luminous Mushroom, not Luminous Forest, conflating the other one, the Fluorescent Forest, conflating that with it. Yeah, this card's not super good, because it's just too slow. I think it would have been pretty good for the fight that we had there though, because we would have gotten an extra like 4 potions out of that, so that could have been fine. Fireworks Potion is a payoff card that you can use with potions if you don't end up just exploding them all immediately. If you manage to pull this before all of your potions get taken out of the deck, you can do a ridiculous amount of damage with this, so this card's actually pretty solid. And then the other one is Waste Utilization. We saw this as an option, just couldn't take it, but this card is really, really powerful as well, because it exiles a lot of the misfortune stuff or shadows and whatnot that you generate yourself, and then lets you go ahead and add potions. Yeah, they're to the discard pile, but you've seen how many times we cycle through the deck, that's not a problem. The other two major cards though are down the bottom here. So Radioactive Elements is one that you can potentially get from the get-go. This adds potions to the hand, so it offsets its own cost a little bit, but it gives you charge for your potions, which means you can enter burst mode, and when you enter burst mode you do double the damage. So it adds up very, very quickly. If you upgrade it, it gives you 2 potions in the hand, so it basically pays for 2 of the cost here, and gives you 2 charge immediately, which is really good. The other one, which is relatively new as far as the game goes, is Twofold Chemical, which makes it so that your potions do damage to a separate target as well, which is ridiculously cool. It also adds potions to the pile as well. If you upgrade it, it costs 2 of anything, so it's very easy to play at that point. This is the other reason that I want to play against Sakia every time when I play this character and this version, Marisa A, because you either go into blue and go for Cooling Agent, or you go into white and you go for Twofold Chemical. It's a win-win whichever way round you go, because this card is so powerful for the base fights and whatnot. Can be even good against Sager too if she does the summon turn 1. So yeah, those are the other generation stuff we didn't get. Radioactive Elements is one of the strongest cards in the entire game in my opinion, but Refined Potion is pretty good too. We did a lot of work with that, so we just needed 1 or 2 more like Luminous Mushroom style cards where we could just get potions without having to be an ability, was the thing. Anyway, on YouTube side, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you found this interesting enough. It was a long playthrough in the end because that Sager fight took a long time, but it worked out, so good stuff. Basically got to show all of my favorite bits about Marisa in this game. So yeah, next time, Sakia playthrough.